Okay, so this is King of Tokyo. I'm going to show you what King of Tokyo, how to play King of Tokyo and things. So the first thing is, this is a die. That's a die. 6-sided dice. We have a total of 6 that you use in the regular game and along 2 additional depending on ability cards and stuff. So on dice, you will see a 1, 2, a 3, a heart, a claw, and a lightning bolt. A heart means you heal health. A lightning bolt means you get energy, which are these. A claw means you attack. But if you have 1, a 2, and a 3, you have to roll 3 1s, 3 2s, and 3 3s to do anything. This is a monster card. Down here, you have your health. You have a maximum of 10 that you can have, but it can go up to 12 depending on abilities. Here, the star is your victory points. You start at 0 and you work away to 20. In my version of the game, we have something called wickedness tiles. It has a red and a green side. On it here, if you see this little corner, that's 3. There's 3 different values. You have 3, a value of 3, a value of 6, and a value of 10. Now, what can you do with these? That's simple. You can buy power cards. And there are 2 types of power cards. You have a keep card, and you have a discard card. And how can you get them? If you look at the top, you have a number, 3 and 6, and a lightning bolt. That's how much they cost. A discard card, once you use it, it's discarded. A keep, well, you keep it. It's there. This is mainly for the Kraken. But you have 5 others for each of the other monsters that I will show off eventually. This is how you know how many points of wickedness tiles, wickedness points you have to get a wickedness tile. This is the Kraken. This is what a monster looks like. This is a cardboard cutout of a monster. How do you put it all in this thing? So they come separate, and you just attach like so. So let's get to the game mechanics, huh? So I'll set up the board. And look at this going. Now you may notice some other things, but it's alright. We'll get to everything in no time. So you can hear me better, so I'm not on the camera right now. So the game is pretty simple. I'm gonna put these out of the way. Now there are only 2 ways to win the game. But before I get into that, I want to get you some other things. So this is the Tokyo board, playboard. You have 2 spots to play. This spot's open to all players, and that would be with the amount of people you have. You need at least 2 people to play the game. This spot down here, you need 5 to 6 players to have that spot open. At least 5. You can only have up to 6 players. You need a minimum of 2, and max of 6. If you notice here, this is your wickedness gauge. Your wickedness gauge tells you how many points you have to spend on tiles here. And you can take out 3 little sides at 3, 6, and 10. That's how you know where 3, a 6, and a 10 goes. You have 2 10s. You have a couple, 3 6s, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 3s. Basically, but you don't, again, like they have 2 sides, a red and a green side. You can mix it up You can have all red, you can have all green, or you can have red and green at the same time. Doesn't matter. But it's recommended that you start off with just red once you first start playing. Now, at the start of the game, before anything is done, you reveal the top 3 cards of the power play deck, power cards. And that's how you know what's on for sale, what you can get. Now, say you didn't like what's anything on there, you can spend 2 energy to get rid of all these and get 3 new cards. That's how that works. Now, how do you win? First off is by victory points. How do you get victory points? Well, that is pretty simple. You either roll 3 ones, 3 twos, or 3 threes. 3 ones give you 1 victory point. 3 twos give you 2 victory points, and 3s give you 3. Now you may be wondering if you get more than, this is how I play it. If you get more than 1, so you got this many, you get 3 points. Other than that, if you have this, you only get 3 points. This doesn't matter, this just isn't count. But if you have this, you get 4 points. Now, another way to get victory points is, say, you roll a claw. If no one's in Tokyo, you go in and you gain a victory point. Now, it goes all the way around you to your turn again, you gain 2 more victory points. Another thing to say, while you are in Tokyo, if you roll a heart, you cannot heal. Not so whatever, healing, it's a not. And I say, if you want to heal Tokyo so you can heal, if say this person here, side of funny person here, rolls a claw, you still take your damage as you're leaving. I love this ability, says so. And that person is in now, and you can heal. Now, another way, and you have to go up to 20 victory points. The other way of winning is, say, being a last monster to be alive. The last monster either between 1 to 10 HP or health. If you're the last monster standing, you win. Now, how do you go on this side here? That's simple. You either roll 3 ones or 3 twos. If you roll 3 ones, you gain 2 points. If you roll 3 twos, well, you gain 1 point. If you mix and match, points. Not a big deal. Now you may see these things. These things are only used as effects for certain cards, or maybe certain abilities. I have not used these yet in the game, and I do not know what they do. Sadly, I can't really inform you on what these do, per se, but that's because my games haven't gone that long, or we just haven't gotten these cards, or abilities yet, so I can't really tell you on that. Now, and again, rolling lightning gives you energy. But how do you determine who goes first? That's simple. You roll claw. Whoever's first 1, 2, roll a claw goes first. You just go around like that, each one person rolling 1 die. Now, let's say you're in game. You start off with these 6 dice. And you roll. Now you see here, I got 2 hearts, a 3, a 2, and 2 a 3. This is not what I get. I can technically keep this if I wanted to, or I can re-roll all my dice again if I want to twice. I have 2 more re-rolls. I can have to roll my dice, or say say I don't want my hearts, or 3s or 2s, and say there you go, there's that. And then move it again, and I got nothing but sides 3 of that, deal 1 damage. Now how do you do damage? Either A, if you are in Tokyo, and say you're fighting the Bunny and Gigazord in the Illinois, okay, and you roll a claw. Everyone on the outside of Tokyo takes 1 damage. Now, if say Gigazord rolls a claw, Gigazord is the one that deals damage to the alien, to the Kraken in the middle. Okay? And that is primarily the basics of King of Tokyo. Now, it maybe seems a bit confusing to know, to sit here and just have me explain it, but it's not that hard once you start playing. Because the game is not overly complicated. Now, depending on which game version you get, because mine is technically the Dark Edition of King of Tokyo, which is also a collector's edition of King of Tokyo. I gotta thank my English teacher, Mr. Haxon, for my high school English teacher, Mr. Haxon, for that gift of mine, because boy, am I loving this game. And well, there's another thing. Once you spend points, if you say you're here and you spend 3 points, you're going down 3 points. If you spend all 6, you go down to 0. And start your way up again. And that's the game, really, in a nutshell. It's not only difficult or anything. Now, I gotta show you how to pack the game, because there's a particular way of packing the game that you have to know. And the first thing you do, if you're looking at the box here, I'll get my board out of the way. The dice they go up here. That's where the dice go. Now these tokens here, the Veracity tokens, have their own little area to be in, like so. Cards, the power cards, go right here. These tokens, right there. Now these guys go here. These guys go in the same place, along with these guys. The energy go right in here. And there's also like a little lightning bolts and little symbols that also will tell you where things go. And there's that. These are the plastic bases. They go in there. Now these bases, they just go in. I believe my Illinois one is actually in my dorm room right now, so I'm not too worried about that. Just check. And then the monsters just sit in a particular order, in a particular way actually also. They all have a particular way of fitting right on in. And the board will sit right here, and in my instructions, it's also my dorm room right now, will go there. And that is how you pack the game up. Now, other interesting facts. So the monsters that you have access to are Gigazord, Kraken, Mecha Dragon, Illinois, the King, and Cyber Bunny in this version. This is a limited collector's edition one, made this year. But there's also an expansion. This one's about 40 bucks on Amazon, and the 2016 edition is the one that's currently out and about for you to buy and own. Is about $31.97, a couple cents off in there on Amazon, free shipping for both of these, and then the $9.97 or $9.99 for the Halloween expansion that gives you costumes and the jack-o'-lantern creature to play with also. Costumes are another whole thing. And if you have the 2016 version or the one I do not have, you have something called evolutions. And evolutions, you get them by either you can, depending on if you want to, you can start off with evolution if you really want to, or you can quite literally roll 3 hearts. You roll 3 hearts, you get an evolution. Now, with that lovely game, with the evolutions, there's the same thing to the wickedness tiles, but they are pretty interesting to the very least. Now, thank you guys for watching the video. Please don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell for more notifications of future uploads. Comment, like, and share the video. Maybe people will be interested in this game. It's not too complicated, it's complicated enough. And kids and parents alike would enjoy this game because we just want to release the inner beast and play a game. They're not your foes. All for nothing combat of death. I'm just kidding, not death, but battle for supremacy in Tokyo. To be the king of Tokyo. Thanks for watching.